Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's been around 2.5 weeks since we first started talking about the potential CSGO winter update, and I believe it's been around 4 weeks since we started talking about the Rio 75% off sale. Now, both of those I think are going to come later today on the Tuesday weekly maintenance update, or at least sometime this month. I know what people's comments are already going to be. You're delirious, you're delusional, you've been wrong the past 2 weeks. Well, yeah, but when can we ever be right with CSGO updates? In today's video, it's going to make quite a bit of sense. You see, Gabe Follower has recently leaked and of course data mined some new information regarding a new CSGO update. Now, the reason I say this next CSGO update is going to come whenever that does, and of course whatever it contains, that being hopefully a Rio sale and some sort of winter update for CSGO, is because if you look at CSGO and Gabe Follower's Twitter the past couple of months, one, CSGO has not really tweeted anything or added much to the game, put in much effort towards anything the past couple of months, really besides the Rio stickers, and Gabe Follower hasn't found or mined anything really since the Rio stickers came out the past month or so. And what we're going to take a look at for today's video is of course the market before something big changes or of course happens. This being the winter sale for Steam, a new case potentially releasing, an operation happening, the 75% off sale for Rio, or whatever you can think of, a music kit, who knows. Anything like that, any small sort of fix or bug can affect the market quite a bit, as we can see and have learned in the past.
Now, today's video sponsor is of course Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a karambit, for an example, that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in-game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade.
Now, in today's video, we're going to go over a few things, the basic market update that we used to do quite a bit, and while things have actually changed quite a bit the past little while. That being the most unboxed case every single month is no longer the clutch case. It still hasn't fallen down in price, which is pretty surprising. We're going to take a look at Stockholm and Antwerp, that being the capsules and hollows themselves, and of course give my final thoughts on Rio when I thought that was going to be last week. First, we're going to start off with the cases. So the main CSGO homepage where the most sold, bought, and most listed items are, most traction anyway. As you can see, the Recoil and Dreams and Nightmares cases are up first for very good reason. As it goes for the past month, these are now the most unboxed cases at 3.7 million for the Recoil case, which is absolutely crazy considering the clutch case used to be like 2.5, and that was the most unboxed case. So the new ones have been blown out of the water, which is pretty crazy. And it makes good sense because the new knives and the newer cases, in my opinion, are 10 times better than something like the clutch case. The gloves are absolutely amazing, but everything else in the case has been unboxed so much. Like the M4A4 Neo Noir is just a boring skin at this point. The other ones just aren't very good. These new ones are very refreshing. They're very nice. And the new knives, well, we need more on the market to make them cheaper because I want to buy some new ones. In other news, things like the glove case and the breakout are actually going up a little bit, which is pretty nice. Mainly the glove though. The glove case went from $2.70, 80 cents to now a little over $3 now, which is very nice. And as it goes for buying and selling, well, if you have the 2 top dogs as an investment, it's going to be pretty complicated, just like how it's been the past year. Newer cases that have come out, we've just gotten so little for how many that want to be unboxed. That's why the main primary drop pool cases are so expensive. That's why these cases that are still dropping currently, that are more expensive than, older cases we have on the market. Makes no sense sometimes. What's going to be pretty interesting to see is what these prices for these cases are going to be for when they're retired and when they're gone. And I'm wondering what case is going to get removed next, because I have a feeling it's not going to be the clutch case, but could it be now? Now the Moneymaker case is no longer the clutch case. So will this get removed soon because it is the oldest? I think that could possibly be it. And I'll quickly mention in some other cases as well, the lower tier ones, at least from earlier this year, like the Fracture, Prisma, and Danger Zone. The reason these haven't really gone up too much recently is, well, because they had their hype earlier on in 2022. If people can remember when the Danger Zone originally got removed, this thing went from 3 to 10 cents and then back down to 3 to 5 cents very quickly. And has kind of stabled and leveled out at 17 to 15 cents in the Steam market for a good reason. There's a lot of them on the market, and that's why I never invested in them in the first place. And also, I don't like any of the things that are inside of it for me. Now, of course, let's go on to Antwerp, and we're going to start off with the capsules. Not too much has changed on this part. Prices have gone up on the Legends autograph, which is pretty good. The quantity is actually down a little bit, and it seems to be there's not really many being listed, which this could be for a few different reasons. I'm not so sure. And the rest, well, is kind of just as you see it. The regular base versions of the capsules that have the team stickers are pretty high in quantity, a little over 100,000, which is pretty crazy to look at, but I think they're going to go down with over time. As it goes for holos for Antwerp, it seems to be the rocks is up a little bit, and the regular autographs are up quite a bit as well. And this is what we saw last time, and this pretty much continued. The simple is up quite a bit, the twist is up, the Hooksy is down quite a bit from where it was at its all-time high, of course. Things like Cloud9 used to be like $7. Now they're $4.92. I think these are very, very good looking, but kind of overpriced for how many there are on the market, if I'm being honest. And yes, I do have these as an investment, and I do think these are maybe one of the best looking stickers of this entire major. It's just there's a lot of them on the market, and there's a lot of them in other capsules as well. It's just, it doesn't really add up for me sometimes. Now going on to Stockholm, and then my final thoughts. Stockholm capsules. Well, nothing's really changed on these, but what has changed is the holos, which we will get to soon. What's weird about the capsules versus the stickers is the stickers are going up quite a bit in price versus the capsules. We're not seeing them go much up in price, but rather the quantity go down quite a bit. Specifically with the Challengers capsule, we're seeing this one go kind of middle up in price, but down in quantity quite a bit. I would say by the end of 2023 going into 2024, we may see this at 400 to 500 quantity on the market and still maybe under $10. And then hopefully when it hits in maybe 2 or 3 years, 100 to 400 quantity in the market, it might be $100 to $300. But obviously that's a huge prediction. Don't go based off of that. For all we know, the next major in Paris could have the best looking stickers we've ever seen inside CSGO history. Could have lenticulars, Cato 14s, iBuyPower, and Dignitas could be back for all we know. Take everything, like I just said, with a grain of salt. That's just an example. But these are gaining more traction every day. Same with Antwerp as well, which is pretty interesting. And people have been hammering through unboxing Antwerp capsules quite a bit because they are so good for how cheap they are. Now, of course, finally on to Stockholm stickers themselves, specifically the holos. Now, the most noticeable difference is, of course, the Movie Star Raiders. This is only 76 on the market for $4.50, which doesn't make any sense to me because I believe, which I have these as an investment as well, which is pretty crazy, and for crafts, they do look good, but I think the Cloud9 from Antwerp for $4.92 for just a little more expensive just looks 10 times better, but these prices don't match up for me, especially with the Cloud9. There's 110,000 of these things for 31 cents. You can get the Cloud9 out of this, especially the holo. I know it is a little harder to get, but they look so much better in my opinion than the Movie Star Raiders. But obviously the thing with Stockholm is no one really bought them. There is that as well, and this team probably isn't coming back anytime soon. Other noticeable differences as well is all the holos are up. Copenhagen Flames are up $1, which is awesome to see. Pain Gaming is up $1. Now, my thoughts before an update. What do I think is going to go down in price and go up? Now, if it's a case release, I don't really see stickers going down too much, but for a 75% off sale for Rio, I do see major stickers like for Stockholm and Antwerp capsules to go down in price a decent amount. It just makes sense to me. That's usually what happens every other major. Whenever there is a new sale or something new comes out for whatever item that is, if a new case comes out, older cases go down. If a new skin for the M4 comes out, older M4 skins go down, if that makes any sense to you. So that's what I think is going to happen. If there's nothing new released, well, I don't think anything's really going to happen. Only blue skies from here. And as it goes for the Rio sale, I think things are going to go down, but I'm kind of interested to see what happens because it's not too much talked about and people aren't really interested too much in Rio, mainly because they are very hard to craft with and they don't look good. I don't like them, and I don't see that changing anytime soon either. Let me know what you guys think. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.